welcome to today's Yoga for Flexibility. I got some new little routines today, new flows. My name's Nikki for those who don't know me. And today I do recommend a block or even a hardcover book to help with some of our reaching poses, especially at the beginning for that gate pose. So I'm just going to leave it off to the side because we will use it kind of in the beginning. But otherwise, we can get started in that Shavasana pose. Those who came a little bit before have had 5 or so minutes to relax here. But for the rest of us, we're just going to take a good solid minute here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing however it feels natural to you, nose or mouth. Just trying to slow that breath pace down. And just take notice how your body's feeling. You know, maybe your shoulders are sore or tight, maybe your back. And just take note of that. Hopefully by the end of class, we can work some of that out. It's a great little full body flow practice today. That's it. Breathe in and breathe out. Letting all your muscles go here, just for a few more breaths. Bring your self-awareness to your body and mat. Trying to stay present here in this moment as we flow from asana to asana, letting our breath guide us as we inhale and exhale. When you're ready, let's inhale, pull both legs into your chest and just do a little rocking side to side. You can choose to do some circles. I'm going to stick to the side to side today. But remember, everything is a choice. You're drawing circles. Don't forget to switch directions here. And I'm just going to come to stillness, everyone. I'm going to straighten my legs up. You can grab your calves or your thighs and just point and flex the toes here. Almost like going to a nice little pike position or legs up the wall, but the hands are helping pull in just a little bit to that hamstring stretch. Remember to take those big slow breaths here. And then hold those toes nice and flexed, toes to shins. Exhale, try and pull the legs a little closer, almost like you're trying to hug them towards your body. Just straighten the legs if you can, just for one more breath. Good. I'm going to bend the knees and plant the feet on the ground, hip width apart, and across the right leg over the left, just a gentle spinal twist. Your hands can come by your side. Give me a nice big inhale here. As you exhale, just let the knees fall over to the right side. We're staying nice and gentle, so just keep your neck neutral, looking up. Just to start us off, warm us up a little bit. Just one more breath, guys. When you're ready, inhale those legs back up. Uncross the right leg. Make sure the feet are still width apart. I'm going to cross the left knee just over the right, just like I'm crossing my legs. And this time as I exhale, let the knees fall over to the left, letting the hip come up, but keeping that right shoulder on the mat. Using your core if you need to. Making sure we're not straining any muscles here, not overstretching, just getting a nice gentle twist. Melting as deep as you can here on this last exhale. And as you inhale, let's come back up to center. Planting the feet, inhale, pull the knees up, tuck the chin, and we're going to just start rocking and rolling. So if you want to grab behind your shins, you can. This is just to massage out the spine, making sure we're not rolling on the neck ever. Last Just one or two, you're going to come up and just roll yourself into a nice tabletop position. Just set your knees mat width apart here. Bring the big toes together. Just find a nice long spine, nice flat back. We're going to suck that core in. As we exhale, let's sink it back down into a wide-legged child's pose, setting the hands forward, dropping the forehead to the mat. Really reaching these fingertips away from the body. It's okay if the shoulders pull out of the sockets here. We're just getting a nice warm-up stretch here. As you exhale, try and melt those hips just a little deeper. One more breath, just like this. As we inhale, just lift the forehead up, and I'm going to walk my hands over to the right side, stretching out the left arm, really reaching the left arm up and over. You can drop your forehead here if you'd like. That's it. Getting this nice side stretch on the left, just for one more breath. As you inhale, lift your forehead, walk it back through center. And as you exhale, walk it over to the left. This time really reaching that right arm up and over. Feeling this lateral stretch on the right. Letting your forehead melt if that is your choice. Exhaling, melt deeper and deeper. And give me one more big, slow breath here. As you inhale, lift the head, walk it back through center. Send the hips back up. I'm going to bring my knees back to center. I'm going to turn to face you, but you guys can stay the way you're facing. This is where you're going to want your block. So let's inhale just up to a nice kneeling position. I'm going to bring my block on my right side. I'm going to step my left foot out so my foot is in line with my knee. So you're out nice and long. It's okay if you're not on your mat. My right hand's going to come down to my block. If you don't have a block or a book, you can always put your hand on your hip. The inhale, lift the left arm up and over, bringing the torso and arm in line with that left leg. Maybe bringing the gaze to the fingertips here in gate. You can choose to release the right toes down to the ground if you'd like. Just one more big breath here. Inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, left hand down the left thigh, reaching the right hand up and over. Palm faces forward. I'm not crunching forward at all, just towards that left leg. Pulling that right socket, shoulder back in its socket. Make sure that left hand is just a little support. Don't put pressure on that knee. One more big breath here. Good. Inhale the arms back up to center. You can use your core. You're going to lift that left leg, pull it back in. Drop the arms. You can switch your block to the other side. This time, let's bring the right toes out so they're in line with the left knee. Nice kind of kneeling pose here, making sure that foot is fully planted on the ground. So I bring the left hand to the block. I'm going to take a nice big inhale to reach. Exhale up and over. Palm faces forward. Bringing hopefully the torso and that right leg in line this time. Maybe bring the gaze up to the right fingertips. Trying to keep our torso and legs and arms in one plane. Just that left bent knees. Lower limb is out of place. Good. Really reach, reach, reach here. Last breath. Good. Inhale, bring both arms up. Right arm to right thigh, exhale. Hinging over to the left, reversing our gait. Pressing through those right edges of the feet, lifting that up and over with that left arm. One last big breath, really hinge over a little bit more if you can. As you inhale, bring both arms up. Using our core, let's bring the right knee back in. Exhaling the arms down. You can bring your block just back up to the front. I'm just going to twist back. We will need that later. Let's come down into tabletop position. So set those knees up below the hips, hands below the shoulders, and really press up. Get a nice strong shoulder here, really lengthen from crown to tailbone. Give me one more big inhale here. Exhale, curl the toes under, lift the hips to our downward facing dog. So feel free to do what serves you best in your downward dog. Pedaling out, walking out, calf massage. Your choice. We did a little hamstring stretch, but if you're not quite there yet, you can always keep the knees even soft. That's it, guys. Give me 2 more breaths in your choice. And when you're ready, you'll meet me in some stillness. All right, this is where I've got a little fun for you today. So listen carefully. Don't hesitate to watch the screen either. So as we inhale, lift the right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip. This is our tail of the dog, knee points up. So we all know this. I'm going to give you some warning. We are going into a side plank. But that right foot is not going to meet the left, okay? Pulling down that right heel, really lift that knee to the sky. One more breath. As we inhale, come to hanging plank, knee to chin. I'm going to bring my right hand to the middle of my mat. I'm going to start to rotate just on the left leg. I'm going to send the right foot forward. All right? If you've really got some strength, you can lift that right foot off the ground. That is challenging though. Soften that elbow. One more big breath here. And I'm going to lower just the hips down to the ground. Bring the left fingertips parallel to the ground, looking towards those fingertips as they reach the toe here. Reverse Skandasana. So you should feel a little bit here in this hip, a little bit of a crunch on the left. I'm going to bring my left hand to meet my right hand. I'm going to twist my torso as much as I can so it's facing the front of my mat. If you're on a little angle, that's okay. Just adjust your hands so they're kind of squared off with your shoulders. Okay, elbows are nice and tight. We're going to do 3 Chaturanga Push-Ups here. Here we go. Give me a nice big inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling up. I know we're a little off from the normal breath, but this should be a nice, gentle little. One more. Good. All right, this is going to take some strength, so I'm going to lift up that right hip, and I'm going to step it back to plank. Exhale to downward dog. All right, I'm going to just twist so I'm facing you, so we can get another good view. All right, you got one more chance. Let's make this a smooth one. As we inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the knee, trying to kick that right glute. 3-legged dog, or tail of the dog here. A little stretch here in the obliques. Really lift that knee to the sky. Open up the hip. All right, this is the same thing. We're pivoting on that left foot only. As you inhale, hanging plank, knee to chin. I'm going to bring the left hand now to the middle of the mat as I rotate on the right foot, sending the left leg out underneath me, lifting the right hand to this variation of plank. We're going to rotate, open up. Don't worry, we don't have too much time here, but really stretch those fingers to the sky. One last breath. And then drop that left hip down. Right hand comes towards the toes. Palm faces up, strong in that left shoulder. Both your toes should be facing the right side of the mat. That's it. All right, guys, let's do those Chaturanga push-ups on this side. So bring your right hand to the top of your mat, twisting your torso as much as you can without hurting your spine here. We've got 3 Chaturanga push-ups. Another big inhale here. Exhale, go down slowly. Press up. Remember, you can always angle yourself if you have to. Last one. Good. I'm going to lift my hips up, bring the left leg back down into plank, and then exhale to downward dog. All right, I'm just going to switch back to my top part. Hopefully you had a little fun there. I'll bring that back. We did it once a long time ago.
That's a great little outside external hip stretch. And good for those triceps. So let's do a modified flow here. Come with me, or do a full flow if you really want to. As we inhale towards plank, drop the knees. Exhale down through Chaturanga. Inhale, just lift the chin, lift the chest for baby cobra. Exhaling through inhaling through tips up, curl the toes, exhale through downward dog. Just kind of give a little check out, see where your block is. Make sure it's kind of handy. I like to keep mine at the top of the mat if you're going to use it. As we inhale, lift the right leg up, and then step it through between the hands, pivot the back foot 45 degrees as we inhale up into warrior one. Turn the hips towards the front of the mat, relaxing the shoulder, lunging into that right leg. That's it, guys. Try and tuck those hips under instead of setting the tush back. Core is tight here. Good. Let's bring the hands together. Exhale through heart center. Inhale to lengthen. And this time as we exhale, we're going to twist towards the right, hooking the left elbow on the right knee into revolved side angle. If you can't hold your palms together, you can always bring the right hand to the right lower back. That's it. Good. Here's our little challenge. We're going to twisted chair. So lift that left heel up and then step it towards the right foot, revolved chair. Good. 2 breaths here. Really lift up through the chest. Press through the hands to twist more. Sit that tush down. Good. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, fold over. Nice little forward fold here. Good. So if you've got your block here, I'm going to just put it so it's the smallest side down. I'm going to put my left hand on the center of the block. If you don't, you can always be on fingertips. You can't quite reach down. I'm going to take a nice big inhale here. I'm going to sweep the right arm up and over to the right. You can bend the left knee for a nice little fan pose here. Looking up and over. Just one more big breath here. Now your next inhale, release. Straighten out those legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sweep the arms up back into regular chair, Uttanasana. Hips are down, palms face each other. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, sink lower. Bring the palms together as we exhale them through heart center. Back into twisted chair. Twisting back to the right. Left elbow, right knee. Same side, guys. Core is tight. I'm going to step the left leg back here to a lunge position. Twisted lunge. Good. Inhale, untwist. Let's come to rise lunge position. Palms stay together. Clasping all your fingers, but releasing the index finger. Give me a nice big inhale here. Exhale, trace the fingers across the skull into a nice crescent lunge. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Sink a little deeper here. Exhale, folding the hands over, framing the foot, step it back, downward dog. All right, guys, optional flow. You can modify, which we already did, or you can come with me for a full flow or just hold your dog. As we inhale towards plank, exhale, lower down to Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, cobra, or up dog. Exhaling, downward dog. All right, we did all our twists to the right. So we're going to do all our twists to the left this time. So we inhale, lift the left leg up, lift it to the sky. Exhale, plant it through the hands, pivot the back foot 45 degrees as we inhale, opening up, warrior one. On the left side, twist the hips. Press through the outside edge of that right foot. Relaxing the shoulders down. Going a little deeper here. Good, one more big breath. Good, let's bring the palms together. Give me a nice big inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring the hands to our center. Inhale to lengthen one more time. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow hooks on the left
leg. Remember, left hand can always come to lower back. Tucking those hips in as we twist towards the left, revolved side angle. Pressing through the outside edge of that right foot. Try and twist a little deeper as you press those palms together. Last breath, like this. Lifting the right heel when you're ready. Let's step the right foot to meet the left here in revolved chair. Make sure that tush is not up. It should be below the heart here. Sinking down. Good. Sink it a little deeper. Good. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, folding over. Give me one full cycle of breath here. And when you're ready, this time right hand comes to your block, or you can just graze the fingertips if you can't quite reach. So we take a nice big inhale here. As we exhale, I'm going to twist and lift the left arm up and over. This time the right knee can bend, allowing you to twist a little deeper. Look towards those left fingertips. Getting twisted today. Maybe that's what I should call this class. Relax that left shoulder, pull it back in its socket. Good, just one more breath. Good, let's bring the left hand back down. Straighten the legs out, come into a nice forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So we exhale, sweep the arms up, Uttanasana, chair pose. Tuck the hips under, core is nice and tight. Pressing through all four corners of those feet. Relaxing the neck, bring it back to neutral spine. I'm going to bring the palms together and exhale through heart center. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist towards the left again. Right elbow hooks to the right elbow, left knee, sorry. Right foot steps back into twisted lunge. Okay, get there however you have to, but sink those hips down. Strong through the shoulders, nice little twist, last breath. Keeping the palms together, inhale, untwist. Exhale, come to rise, palms come up overhead. Clasping all the fingers, but release the index. Nice big inhale to look up, and as we exhale, trace the hands across the sky. Nice little crescent lunge. Really lift up that right heel. Reach a little deeper if you can, without any pain, of course. Last breath here. Good. Release the hands. Let's frame the left foot, step it back, downward facing dog. Good, we'll flow and then get a quick drink. Optional flow, come with me or modify as we inhale towards plank. Exhale, lower down through Chaturanga, elbows are tight. Inhaling, pressing up, dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Just give me one more breath, guys. Good, we're actually gonna bend our knees. We're gonna hop to our feet. Hop our feet to our hands, sorry. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over, soften the knees as we inhale, sweep the arms coming up. Palms come together. Exhale through heart center. All right, guys, grab some well-deserved water. We're gonna stay standing though. I'm just going to turn to face you. So I'm going to do it kind of on an angle because I have a wall behind me. So you'll probably want to stay at the top of your mat because we will kick the leg back. I'll actually just step up here. Okay, we're going into tree and toppling tree. So rooting down through that left knee, you can start with your hands on your hip. Soften the left knee as we inhale, lift the right leg up, and then externally rotate it, placing the foot along the leg. If you're on the knee, either let it go down more or pull it up to your thigh. Don't press into that knee. We're going to bring our palms to heart center when you're ready. And just breathe deep breaths here. Relax the shoulders. Stand nice and tall. Press that right foot into that left thigh. Squaring off the shoulders and the hips.
I'm gonna start by changing my hands. So I'm gonna clasp my hands behind the back, pull the shoulder blades down and back. Inhale, bring the left knee forward. And without touching the ground, just kind of graze it and kick it back, going nice and straight here. Almost like we're going into warrior 3. Lifting the hands up off the ground. So you can leave those back toes down if you'd like. We're just gonna go on a little bit of an angle so that your torso is still higher than your knee for this variation of toppling tree. Squaring the hips off to the ground, so internally rotate that right leg. 2 more breaths, guys. Lift those hands up, shoulders are strong. Last breath. Good. Inhale, bend the right knee, come to standing. Just lift that knee up, release the foot, release the hands. Shake out that left leg if it needs it from balance. All right, this time soften the right knee. Hands can be on your hips or by your side. So we inhale, lift the left knee up, and then externally rotate it. Again, whether you're on your shin, you can be there, or if you're kind of on the knee, I'd rather you pull the foot up. I can't quite lift my leg past my knee. We don't want to put any extra pressure on that knee. And of course, bring those hands to prayer when you're ready. Just being mindful, every side is different. If you fall out of it, just come back to it. They say if you focus on a point not moving, it's actually easier. Not my day today, but hopefully you're not looking at me. Good. Let's bring the hands behind the back now. Pull them down and back. Inhale, pull the knee forward. And as we exhale, start straightening the legs. Start just tipping over just a little bit, sending the leg back out behind us, nice and straight. Lift the hands up. Just a nice little hinge. Your back and your legs should be in alignment wherever you are, but keeping the chest a little bit higher than the leg instead of being in that kind of warrior 3 pose. Just a little toppling tree here. One more breath. Good. As you inhale, come back up, pull that knee up. Exhale, release the foot, release the hands. Just gonna step back to the top of my mat. We are gonna do the rest on the ground. So we're gonna do one full flow and we'll make ourselves on the floor. As we inhale, lift the arms up. Exhaling, folding over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. We're gonna hop or step it back into plank. Nice big inhale here. As you exhale, lower down through Chaturanga. Inhaling, lifting chin and chest for up dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Good. I'm gonna look towards my hands. I'm gonna bring my fingers together so there's room on the outside edge of my mat. I'm gonna bend my knees and I'm gonna hop my feet towards my hands, or the outside edge of my hands. You can release the hands now and adjust your feet as much as you need to, but we're going to Malasana, so keep the heels down. You're gonna sink the hips down as much as you need to. I'm actually just gonna move a little bit back through center, because just make sure that there's nothing really in front of you here. So no matter what you're doing, you're trying to lift. You get your armpits kind of on your knees, so you're lifting up and over here. All right, even if you're got your tush up a little bit more, keep those heels on the ground and try and hug your armpits with your knees. All right, we're all there. I'm gonna lift my heels up now so I can get my hands on the ground, full palms. And you're just gonna start to lift up, pressing through the toes, trying to put a little more weight into the hands. So you can come up and over. You do want to try and keep the knees and the armpits, so adjust your feet if you need to. This is just practicing for crane pose, which is a variation of crow pose. Okay? You can even walk your hands a little closer as you lift up. Getting a little lift here. Just do it 1 or 2 times, or maybe hold it up in the air for the last 2 breaths. Last breath. Good. Drop the heels back down if you can, back into Malasana. Lift the hands up off the ground. Now, if you're really high off the ground, you can just join us in seated position. If you're low like me, we're just going to roll back. You can send your legs out. Again, you can stay here, but I'm just going to turn so I'm facing the camera so you guys can see. So sitting up nice and tall here. You can give your legs a little shake out. Nice tall pose. We're going to take a nice big inhale here. I'm going to pull the right knee in, then externally rotate it. So Shavasana, just like we did our tree pose. As we inhale, lift the arms up. Exhaling, folding over, flexing those left toes. If you can't grab the toes, grab the calves and try and pull yourself a little deeper. This is head to knee pose. Janu is knee, Sir is head. Slowing that breath pace down. Good. Trying to stay where you are. I'm going to take my left hand and bring my left hand behind me, fingers pointing away. Right hand comes to the outside edge of my left foot or leg. I'm going to use my right hand to push myself, twisting towards the left, maybe looking behind that shoulder. Nice little Janu twist here. One more big breath. Good. Leave the left hand where it is. Inhale, lift the right hand up and rotate it behind you so they're, and you can readjust, but so both hands are behind you, bringing the palms to the ground. My left leg should be straight in front, and I'm still got a bend right knee. As you inhale, lift the hips up, right? And point the left toes. If you feel comfortable, drop the back head. Try to bring yourself into almost a reverse plank here. Just for one more big breath. Exhale, release the hips. Release the hands, sitting up nice and tall. If you want to use your core, you can lift your legs up and pull them in on their own. So we're going to switch sides. So now we're going into Shavasana with the left knee bent. So left foot into thigh. So we inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold straight over, Shavasana on the other side. Again, we're going to be a little different on each side, so it's okay if you're not quite here. Even if you got your toes on your other side, you don't have to strive right now, right today for those toes. You can always grab the calves to help pull you a little deeper, making sure we're twisting that torso when it's folding straight down. Okay, so wherever you are, release the right hand and bring it behind you, fingertips pointing away, straight arm. The left hand comes to the outside of that right leg or foot. As I look behind the shoulder, nice Janu twist. That's it, really getting a nice deep twist here. Good, last breath. Good, right hand stays where it is. As the inhale comes, rise. Left hand comes up and over behind me. Planting both hands on the ground, they can either point back or be on an angle. So we inhale, lift the hips. Point the toe again, drop your head or chuck the chin, whatever feels good for you. Really lift those hips, squeeze those glutes. One more breath. Good, release the hips back down. Thinning it back up, bring those legs back out in front. Again, I'm just gonna switch for my camera angle. I'm gonna inhale, lift the arms up. As I exhale, hinge back, nice flat back. Then I'm gonna bend my knees. This is modified Navasana, modified bow. If you'd like, you can lift the legs up or even grab them. Or you can straighten the legs. I'm going to keep this variation today. Making sure we're not rounding down. We want a nice flat back. Core is tight. 2 more breaths, guys. You got it. Nice big inhale. Exhale, relax the shoulders. 1 more big inhale here. Exhale, release the feet down, coming back up. I'm going to just walk my hips because I know I'm too close to the edge. So keep the knees bent. You're going to grab the outside edges of your feet. So bend the knees as much as you have to. And I'm going to puff my spine up, almost like I'm doing a cat, tucking the chin. And I'm trying to pull my back away, but my hands are holding onto my feet. So it's not letting it. So I get this nice deep upper back stretch. Again, making sure we're not going too deep. We're not overstretching in that back. We don't want any pain here. more breaths. Last breath. Good. Inhale, arms up, nice flat back. We're going to lower our torso down to the ground for a count of 4. Here we go. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring yourselves into a nice Shavasana. Almost like pose, just spreading the feet nice and wide here. And now what I want you to do is kind of bring both your feet towards the right. We're windshield wipering from the hips, but we're using the feet, so pretend your feet are windshield wipers. You can close your eyes here at this point. We are almost done. We're just going to do another spinal twist. As we inhale, pull both knees into the chest. Give them a nice little hug. And then I'm going to bring the knees above the hips, arms out to nice T position. Nice big inhale here. And as I exhale, I'm going to let the hips fall towards the right. Maybe looking over the left. If you want to go deeper, you can cross that right leg on top of the left knee, but you don't have to. I feel this is a good deep stretch here. It depends on your flexibility. If your knees are already both on the ground, you don't need to add that extra little leg cross. Again, if this is too intense, you can always lift the knees up a little bit farther, making sure that left shoulder is on the ground still. That's it, one more big breath. Engaging the core as we inhale, bring the knees back up through center. Exhale, we're going to drop them over to the left, bring the gaze over to the right if you want. Enjoying this last little twist. And we did a lot of twists today. Really working and releasing that spine. Hopefully getting a little more relaxed. Really melting here on your exhales. Last breath. As you inhale, bring the knees back up through center, plant the feet, and walk them back down here. And just adjust yourselves. We're going to bring ourselves for a nice Shavasana, palms facing up. As always, this is a quick 40-minute class. So if you have time to stay in Shavasana longer, I invite you all to do so here. But in the meantime, just start letting your breath flow how it wants to, and come back to that little body check-in. How's it feeling? Is there anything that needs a little wiggle or a little adjustment? Feel free to do so. And just see how you are feeling mentally. Hopefully a little more relaxed and calm. Hopefully following through the sequence has allowed your mind to really focus in and release all your other thoughts, at least temporarily. Enjoying this little bit of stillness. It's so hard to carve out in our day-to-day lives. Knowing that this is a great pose to come back to at any time in your life when you need that grounding. You need just nice deep breaths to find yourself within. When you're ready, we're all going to bring our hands to prayer position at heart center, relaxing the shoulders, keeping the eyes closed. Thanking our bodies for twisting and moving through our practice today. Thanking our muscles for supporting us, being the strong muscles that we know they are, to get us through each asana. Thanking our breath for guiding us and flowing as we move from asana to asana. And as always, thanking you and your fellow yogis for sharing in this practice and all your energies. I
have a wonderful and light day. From the light of me to lighting you. Namaste. So remember, move slowly, move gently. When you're ready, don't forget to get some more water, and I'll see you guys back hopefully on Friday for more yoga.